Good evening, people. Um, this is unusual because I don't usually come on at nighttime for any kind of message or reading. Um, Collective. Anyways, what was I want to tell you guys? Somebody got me inspired to come on right now because there goes my fucking internet. Because of the fact that this girl's crazy. This one of these tarot card readers. She cracks me up. She should be X-rated on her rating. You know, caution to watch because man, she be talking some crazy shit. I'm talking like sexual, sexual in detail shit. About the divine masculine, what he wants to do, the divine feminine. I think it's fucking hilarious. But she's the one who got me motivated to get up and do a nighttime little meeting or not meeting, greeting or whatever. I don't know what to tell you, man. All I can tell you is that where my thoughts are at the moment, because they fluctuate, man. Sometimes I'm flying, on cloud nine. Sometimes I'm pissed off. Sometimes I'm in sorrow. Sometimes I'm happier than shit, laughing, giggling. I mean, my moods change drastically from 1 minute to the next, And I'm not Sybil, okay? So don't get carried away and think I am. The thing is that I am a true believer in love. I believe in love wholeheartedly. Unfortunately, that's the problem sometimes is that I'm too, I'm not, I don't believe in fairy tales, but I do believe in I grew up loving all those little Cinderella stories, things like that until I fucking got married. Until I got married. I've been married twice. The first marriage wasn't the greatest. It was a short period. It was just short. It was in the military. I think he spent more time away than we did spend together. The second one is the one that I'm still legally, I think, married legally. And we've been, I don't know how many years now. I know it's over 20 years, but separated more than 10. And he's had women, and I've had my MILF years after that. What I've noticed in relationships along the way is that I'm not gonna say that I was an angel in my relationships, because I don't believe in cheating, even though it's happened. It happened after like being married for like 10 years or something. Like being feeling neglected, feeling like a person isn't attracted to you after a while. Everybody says you go through that 7 year itch, stuff like that. It happens to people if you don't keep it going, if you don't keep it, if you don't role play, if you don't like get into, you have to grow in the relationship. Sometimes you have to, and it's not always about just pleasing your man, because of course your man has to please you too. Come on, man. But you're supposed to be pleasing each other. The point is, what I'm trying to tell you is that what advice could I possibly give? Because I'm not the most expert person here in relationships. I just know that being a giver, female wise, not even just because I grew up in Hispanic, dad Puerto Rican, mom Mexican American. Yes, sometimes the women can be a little submissive to their husbands and stuff like that. And yes, my dad was a little on the macho side. So I have a little bit of in between. There's times that I want to be that nurturing type of woman, and I can be depending on how I'm being treated. Just like anybody else, depending on how you treat your woman, it's a reflection on how she's going to treat you back. And I'm not just saying that it goes both ways, because it has to be a give and take, and you have to grow with each other. You have to keep keeping each other stimulated, not just sexually. Sexually is good, but mentally, spiritually, and you have to be willing to try new things, different things. And I'm not trying to say get into threesomes and orgies and rituals and things like that. Hell no. Or third party situations. Fuck no. I'm talking about you can grow together. You don't have to explore and with other people and couples and switching and shit like that. Like what's it called I don't know what you call it, but when couples swap. I don't believe in any of that stuff. And I'm not trying to talk shit about people, because to each their own. It's just not for me, because I'm the type of person that's willing to role play willing to change it up, to please my man. You know what I mean? I'm willing to, with him. I'm not talking about in general. I'm gonna be out there being a whore and doing this shit with everybody. Not everybody's gonna be getting it. You know what I mean? And just like right now, I'm not easy. And it sounds weird to say that because I mean I'm too old. It's like grandma material and shit to be even talking like this. But we're having a nighttime with Lolo. You know, after hours. These are after hours, even though it's still early. But my point is to tell you is that I take my relationships really serious. Even just friendships, I take it serious. Because when I go in with anything, friendships, my children, marriages, boyfriends, I go, I'm into you. Like you're gonna be like important to me, like priority. Of course, God first. For the people out there who want to talk shit to me, God first, and then, well, you and your partner, then your children, and then everything else falls in place, right? I mean, you have to know the dynamics of domestic and what your foundations on raising children and being in a, and even if you don't have children, if you get together after older in life, and you have more freedom to be with the person because your children are grown. Like in my case, my kids are grown because my baby's like 22 years old. So to me, my kids are grown. So that makes that I have more time to grow in with the relationship and the person that I want to be with. That means that I'm going to give more attention, but yet not smother the person. Because the worst thing you want to do is smother somebody because it just turns them off. And after a while, after a couple of years, they're going to be bored in the relationship. Trust me, I've been there. In order to keep the relationship going for so long, you have to want to change up the way. And I'm not trying to say you have to be a different person every day or a different personality or you should be a Sybil. I'm saying basically is that to keep that spark going and to keep everything going, you have to change it up and try new things and do things that you ordinarily wouldn't do. Like say like he wants you to learn how to kickbox or anything, play the drums, like anything that's out of the ordinary, or high kayaking or parachuting, something. I'm talking that's like extreme, but you know, okay. I mean, if it comes in the bedroom, maybe you might have to use some sex toys. You might have to do little things that you might have to get like a little stripper pole in there. I don't know. I mean, to each their own. I'm just saying that you have to like want to impress the person and change it up in order for the relationship to keep it going. So I don't even know why I'm expressing all this shit to you guys because basically I'm trying to tell you that I take my relationships very serious. So I don't and what I'm trying to tell you is that I don't need some fucking crazy motherfucker that's like a porno star in bed. I mean, that helps, but it's every woman wants to be the only woman, no side bitch, no main bitch, no nothing bitch, just that one bitch, that main one, your only one, the one that your eyes have eyes only for that one person. Because if you can't commit like that, then I don't have time. I don't even try. Don't even play me. Don't even try, or don't even think you're gonna play me because it ain't gonna work. I won't even. I'm not even that desperate enough or that horny enough to just have sex with you. Just because I haven't had it in 6 months doesn't mean that you're gonna get it. Basically, it's gonna take a lot. And I'm not trying to say, oh, she's hard to get. She's too fucking old to be acting like that. Yeah, I am. But at the same time, I've always had my priorities, and I've always had a sense of self-respect for myself and my privates. I'm not just going to give it to anybody and catch anything or give it to anybody freely. To me, it's always been, and it's always got to mean something. Call me a hopeless romantic, but it's just not. What God gives you is not just to give to everybody, to share it with the whole world. No, it's not like that. My mom, I was taught to treat your privates like it's gold, like it's your main, it's your treasure. It's your main treasure. It's like, so why would you want to give that treasure to everybody? Plus, it gets infected. It starts to smell, or I don't know what happens, but you know what I'm saying. When you give it to too many men having sperms inside your body, sitting in there. Some people bathe, some people don't bathe after sex. I don't know. These are after hours. Remember, these are after hours with Lolo. My point is that shit starts to smell different. Smells of different men your vagina starts to smell. The more different men you use or have in your life, I don't care how many times you take a shower, you start to develop a different smell. And that's my opinion. That's my personal opinion. So when I'm with somebody and I'm going to sleep with somebody, it's going to usually be a relationship. I'm not talking about marriage. Oh, you got to marry me. I'm talking about like a commitment as far as a relationship. And, until I know that you ain't going to sleep with anybody else, condom, until I know for a fact, everything condom, until I know for a fact that I'm the only one, that I can trust you to that point. And also being checked. I got to make sure you ain't carrying no fucking venereal disease. I ain't going to lie to you. Because I get checked. So, I don't play that fucking game. It only takes one time to fucking kill yourself, I take that shit very serious. And so my point is that for the younger group of people that listen to me, women, young, beautiful women, even if you're, every woman's beautiful. Every woman has something, okay? Don't ever think that you're not beautiful because you don't look a certain way. You don't have a certain body. It's bullshit, okay? When a man's attracted to you, he's going to be attracted to you. And to keep a man to be attracted to you, it's going to have to take more than just your body, okay? And sexual favors. It's going to take more than that to keep somebody interested in you. And that's my point, is to tell you that don't ever sell yourself short, men or women. You know what I'm saying? So that just have self-respect for yourselves and know that you're worth it. And if the man or the guy doesn't ever want to talk to you again because you didn't give it up, well, fucking well. Let him fucking go. He ain't worth it. You know what I mean? I mean, this is kind of shit when you're like younger in your 20s, that women feel like they got to do all this shit for a man to keep a man because they don't want to fucking work. I don't get these women that don't want to work and want to be self-sufficient or efficient for themselves, especially if they have children. You want to be a better role model. I believe in a woman should stand up and do what she needs to do. Now, if they financially don't need her to work and they can financially afford for her to stay at home and take care of the children, well, more power to them. Then that's good. But do your part at home too, though. As he's working and stuff, make sure that he comes home to a clean house. The meals are cooked. Make sure that you look. I mean, you don't have to have your face put on 24/7, but make him want to come home to you, and don't be nagging and bitching at his ass either. Make sure that you're polite, sweet, his friend, so he can come home and welcome him home in a good manner, so that he wants to come home, so that you're on his mind. You're not, that when he thinks of you or thinks of home life, it's not like a dread, like, oh my God, I dread to fucking go home. I'm going to hear this fucking asshole bitch at me, or this bitch is going to be fucking bitching at me. Oh my God, I don't even want to fucking go home. Let me smoke a cigarette, smoke a joint before I walk into the house. Let me drink down this fucking bottle of beer or fucking tequila before I walk into the fucking door. I already know this asshole's going to talk shit to me, or this girl's going to be bitching at me all fucking day, and the kids are going to start to shit, blah, 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 blah. You want him